Absolutely. And then, of course, in the protection plan membership, automatically identity theft protection. Having LifeLock, the premier identity theft provider, that's great that it just is set up. I think, of course, that makes it the easiest thing of all the services because it just comes automatically. And to know that we have that in there, and it's insurance. It's insurance to say if we know somebody's watching over us, so to speak, in terms of our identity, but if by chance our identity was compromised, that LifeLock is going to step in and do everything in their powers to rectify it. So that's a nice just peace of mind. I love it. Whatever I'm doing, sometimes changing an account, opening an account, doing some things, when I get a text, when I'll get the phone call to know, okay, this really is working for me.
Because I believe nowadays it's not a matter of if someone's going to go after identity. It's really just a matter of when. Like you think about every 3 seconds right now, an identity is stolen. It's just a matter of time. So again, yeah, that's just a huge added benefit. And another reason why you always want to stay on the protection plan, because if you're not on the protection plan, you don't have LifeLock. So that's something that everyone, and I really believe that it's just a matter of time before every single person is going to have it. Like, in other words, as soon as they're issued a Social Security, and this is just my belief, but as soon as they're issued a Social Security card, it's going to come with some type of LifeLock, because it's going to be so blatantly obvious to everybody that if they don't have it, their identity is going to get stolen. So think about, having the foresight that this company has to incorporate that into our protection plan is awesome.
Yeah, and we know the horror stories. Yep. Of people, and they'll just continue to happen more and more and more. We know a lot of big companies, Fortune 100 companies, 500 companies that have breaches and things like that. So having that is powerful. And then, of course, as you have Debt Zero, and I think this is another amazing service that I think people probably don't utilize as much as they should. You think about how many people have mortgages, how many people have car notes, how many people have credit card debt, and maybe a whole slew of other debts. And here's a service that you literally can be assisted in paying them off faster, more effectively, more efficiently. How much money could that save you? Mm-hmm. And it doesn't take that long. All you got to do is pull together your bills, pull together your liabilities, and put it in there, and put a plan together. I think it's obvious, and a lot of us have probably heard, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's this. If you fail to have a plan about paying off your debt, you're going to end up paying more interest. You're going to end up paying just a higher amount of money, wasting a lot of time, energy. Statistically, like 30 cents of every dollar that people earn goes to debt, and then you have taxes after that and so forth. It's like, we got a service that helps to eliminate it, and it'd be silly not to use it. So I know that's another valuable tool within the protection plan.
Well, it's huge. And if you ask people outside of people who use a program like Debt Zero, first of all, most people do have debt, and if you ask them when they plan on getting out of debt, no one knows. Like, most people don't even think about when they're going to get out of debt. They're not thinking it's ever even going to happen. Maybe some of you watching this video may be thinking, how am I ever going to get out of debt? Well, you're not going to know how you're going to get out of debt, when you'll be out of debt, until you put your liabilities, your assets, your debts in Debt Zero. That'll give you a time of when you can do it. And that's another product that'll give you peace of mind once you do it. Because there's just something about going, wow, okay, I'm not going to be in debt forever. All I've got to do is X, Y, and Z, and I'll be debt free.
That rhymes. That was good. And you run
Write that down.
Exactly. And you run your get out of debt report. And you know what? It's a confidence builder. It's to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And that's a great service. And then we've got Financial Lockbox. I think that's a really neat service, because I think a lot of people, they don't even really think about this. And I think so many people who have lost somebody and had a crisis or a traumatic situation, and all of a sudden we're left to have to try to locate documents and information and bank accounts and a slew of other things, and nobody knows where any of it is. Yeah. I mean, the amount of loss that happens, what is it, like 30% of all life insurance policies never claim some crazy number like that, and millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars of stocks, bonds, and 401ks, and just all that stuff
go unclaimed. Yeah,
unclaimed. So here we've got a service. It's so simple. The tabs are right there, all spelled out. You pop a tab and you type in, where is this? Where is your will, trust, power of attorney? Where is your bank accounts? Where is the car keys? Where is the properties that you have? Who are your financial advisors? Who is your tax professional? And to have it all organized and to know that electronically a death certificate is always being tracked electronically, and to know that when and it's back to that whole expect the best, plan for the worst. When that time comes, whenever it is, to know that whoever's supposed to get that information will get it. It's hard enough to lose somebody. Then on top of that, now I'm rummaging through your belongings. I'm searching through stuff. The stories are just unbelievable.
It's endless.
Endless stories of people that literally, it happened to me. I have my own story. When I was 21 years old, my dad, a young man of 55, passed away. Obviously wasn't anticipating that to happen. And my mom and my older brother literally spent years rummaging through papers and couldn't find things. And he was an accountant. He had clients asking for things. And it was a mess. It was a mess. And I think of something like this, so simple to do. So simple to do. Just take the time, put all your information into your lockbox, and just know you have the peace of mind. It's a done deal. It's just a great service.
And you can't just think that you can put it in a filing cabinet somewhere, because what if there's a fire? I mean, anything can happen. You know, I've never had that personal story really happen with me, but I do real quick remember calling a good friend of mine when his dad had just passed. It was a couple months afterwards. I'm like, what are you doing? He says, I'm going down to the storage units. He's got 3 storage units. He's like, honestly, we have no idea what he had. He had kind of like been separated from his dad for a while. They weren't really communicating, so they had to rummage through all kinds of stuff. And he was like, I'm just so regretting it. And I think about if that particular person had something like Financial Lockbox, there could have been an email that went out that said, hey, look, the 3rd locker over, maybe the box in the back has all my pertinent information, what have you. But instead they had to go through everything. And I know that wasn't something he was excited about doing. So.
And I think a great point you made was the security of it. Water damage, fire damage, it gets lost because some people may write things down.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, so to know it's there, it's organized, it's secure, it's safe is great. And that's just another great service within the protection plan. And then as agents, of course, we also get life insurance. It's funny to me because sometimes we'll have agents that they have $30,000 in life insurance. I'm not saying it's millions of dollars, but it's still $30,000 of life insurance that could really benefit somebody's family if something were to happen to them. And then if it was an accidental death, $60,000 because it would double. Yep. And they don't even send in a life insurance beneficiary form.
Right, now that takes all of 3 minutes.
Exactly.
That's about
print it out, fill it out.
That's 10,000 per minute.
Right. Exactly. To protect your family. So, really when you think about the protection plan, we are so fortunate. Mike Toloff and Paramount, our founders, really worked extremely hard to put together this program. I know they're continually working on doing a lot of due diligence and adding more services to protect everybody's identity, credit, family, finances, and future. That's what it was designed to do. And hopefully people who are watching this video class maybe can really start to grasp, like, hey, if you haven't yet filled out your services, hey, maybe I really need to take this serious. And maybe really time to understand it has nothing to do with the business. It really doesn't. We have a business, yes. We are agents. Yes, we're making sales. Yes, we're bringing on other agents. And you know what we are? We're also clients. We're clients that believe in protecting our families, believe in being concerned and being conscientious to want to do the right thing. And as good clients, forget the business for a second, good clients of this company, we should all have all of our services filled out to do the very best thing for ourselves and our family.
Just what we're supposed to do.
Absolutely. Well, if you haven't yet filled out your services, let's get to it.